Marker, Alien Romulus review, guys. Get right to it. Action! What's going on, Alamo City Movie Talk fans? As always, I'm your host, Ryan D, aka Ryan680.
I'm Angela, that Cali Ange.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. Do not forget, like, share, subscribe to us on our Alamo City Movie Talk page. And thank you for making us a part of your day. Let's get right to it. What are we talking about today, Angela?
Ooh, so this one you've been really excited about for a while now. I know you really like the franchise, or at least the first couple movies.
I would say I'm more Predator, but yes, I've liked the franchise before.
Okay, well, we are reviewing the latest edition of this franchise, Alien Romulus.
Alien Romulus. While scavenging the deep ends of a decommissioned space station, a group of young space colonists come face to face with the most terrifying life form in the universe. So before we get into this review and everything, I know a lot of people had so many questions, like, where does the timeline really take place? And I do want to say this. The timeline takes place between Alien and Aliens. It's right before Aliens. And I want to say it's really like a few years right before Aliens comes out and everything. And Angela, what did you think? Because I know I have to re-show Angela, because Angela's never seen Aliens. You've seen Alien, but never saw Aliens with Sigourney Weaver.
I didn't
the
see
second one. So knowing that you had to recently watch it from, that you've never seen before, what did you think and everything? Like, did it meet your expectations and all that? I mean,
so kind of coming off. So let me rephrase it. Yes, we did have to rewatch Alien 1 and 2, right?
Yeah.
So, but I have seen Prometheus, right? So I've seen that one. I think I saw the one after that. Was it Covenant?
Covenant, yes.
Yeah. So I am familiar with some of the movies, not all of them. I did have to kind of catch up on some of the other ones between. I wasn't sure exactly what to expect, because I wasn't sure going into it where on the timeline it's sat and how it's going to connect to the other movies.
Yeah.
So I was a little nervous because, again, I haven't seen all the movies, but I will say it does connect heavily to Prometheus.
Yeah.
And I really like that, because that's one of the more enjoyable films of the franchise. Is it the best film out of the franchise? I can't say that, because, again, I haven't seen all of them. But that's the most enjoyable one I've seen out of the ones I have seen of this franchise. So I like that it really connected to that. And it was really cool to see a couple different, like, I don't know if you call them Easter eggs or something, connections to the other films, if you will. But
the science behind it all and everything.
So it was really cool to see how it unfolded. I think for this being, not a remake, but a continuation, if you will, it was a pretty cool reiteration of it. I think it was, like, the effects were awesome. I will say, like, the makeup and the sets and all that went into the creatures, they were fantastic. Like, it was great. And I really liked the concept of it being in, like, all of them obviously are in space, most of them are in space, but, like, there are certain elements, like with gravity, that it dealt with that I thought were really cool, that I personally haven't seen in some of the other films. Again, I haven't seen all of them yet, but I will say, I think this was a really cool job. Like, this was a really cool movie. I think what went into it, the effort to really, like, do homage to the rest of the films was great. I think it was fantastic. Yeah. The cast was exceptional. I mean, I didn't recognize a lot of people except one person. Which I think you said she's gonna be Hawk. Yeah,
Isabella.
Girl.
She's gonna be Hawk Girl in Superman.
So we saw her from Madam Web, but I didn't recognize too many of the other faces.
Latinas.
But I will say, I think my favorite character was the gentleman who played the not the robot, but the cyber. David Johnson. He was fantastic. I've never seen him in anything else, but I can't wait to see what the future holds. I mean, this all cast was, like, all the younger generation. Yes. I didn't see a lot of familiar faces, so I really, really appreciated that, and I really can't wait to see what the future holds for all of them, because they did all fantastic.
Yeah. So one of the first things I do want to say, before I even watched this movie, or really right out of it, was that, the trailers gave us, like, this, it was going to be more of a horror vibe, of horror elements in here. And I love that. That was something different that the Alien franchise has really depleted from, in a way. And then you talk about, you love Prometheus and everything. The thing is with me, is that the aliens, they really didn't focus too much on story. It was more focused on the fact that there's an alien on the loose and we need to fuck shit up. We need to kill these guys. We need to kill people. We need to kill, like, whoever. And
it wasn't like, where did they come from?
It was more the science of the fact that we were making this weapon, and we know Wayne Star, I believe, or Wayne, the company that's really focused on this, and I really did love that because we get a little perspective in there as well. In this movie, though, they really focused on, I want to say they focused more on the horrors action side of it. One of the things I'm going to appreciate, though, is David. He did a fantastic job in here as a cyborg and everything. He was fantastic.
Fantastic.
Andy, he plays Andy, and he is just I feel like that after watching this movie, I feel like directors and just screenplayers and just casting people are really where I would be very surprised if we don't see him in a lot more stuff after watching this movie.
All of them,
I'll say that.
Even all of them, like the rest of the cast. I think that they're such a great talent. Like, again, they're all fresh faces. At least to me, they're a lot of the new generation of actors, and I really can't wait to see what the future holds for them. Because they did a great job in this. And
for sure.
I agree with you. I liked that it was more of like a horror aspect to this.
Yeah. There's this scene in here where the face huggers are just creeping out. We see them a lot, and it is so freaking good. Like something I've never felt in a long time when it comes down to Alien and all that stuff. Because Alien was, let's be honest here, it was a dying franchise. Then it was revamped with Prometheus, with a great cast, Charlie Stern. It was a great cast, Michael Fassbender. It was a great storytelling. But a lot of people were upset because it wasn't a true Alien movie, because spoiler alert, at the end credits you actually do get to see the alien, but it was the origin side. It was more story arc, and really Scott even said it was more story arc where like I wanted to give the how we got the alien to begin with, and that explains it all in this in Prometheus. Then we got Alien Covenant, which was like a step down, I would say, because I really did not like Alien Covenant. I wanted Alien Covenant to be more of an action sequence, because we got the story in the first one, right? That's great. I love story. But for this franchise, for this particular property, I felt like that you really needed to really emphasize that the action, they're evil and they're cruel, and something that this movie really did great on. And I love that a lot. You really did great on the aliens, which just looks fantastic and everything. There is the last few scenes of this movie shows really a connection to Prometheus and everything. You get to see that in this one.
Yeah, we won't spoil it.
Yeah, we won't spoil it whatsoever. This movie is great. It's a great concept. It's a great horror movie and everything. But I just, this is directed by Fede Alvarez. And
he's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, he did such a wonderful job.
He's done a lot of movies, a lot of favorite movies. So he's done The Evil Dead. He's done Don't Breathe 2. He's done a lot of that horror, like what he's known for, and he's also wrote Don't Breathe as well. So he written and directed both. Remember that movie was really good. That
was pretty crazy.
That movie was really good. And so I got to give credit when it's due, man. This director, this is Hispanics all the way. It was fantastic. He's fantastic in here, and I'm a huge supporter, because even more so, you get a really sense of it all is that he was a fan. Remember, he still was a fan, and I love that. We got that with Rogue One. Rogue One still like one of the best Disney franchise, Disney Star Wars movies, along with Force Awakens. After that, just went to shit. But you really get a different perspective when a fan actually makes a movie. You really do, and I love that. Yeah. And I love how he brought something new to the franchise, revamped it, and brought us this whole thing. And that's the thing too, is that like the story is good and everything. Now, would I say this is the best Alien movie? I don't know if I'll go that far as saying that. But I will say though, like it's definitely up there. I'm stuck between this one and Aliens. But again though, when you kind of compare the two and everything, obviously totally different time periods and everything. And I feel like that Sigourney Weaver's character, I mean, we got the Queen in that one. This one we didn't really get, spoiler alert, I mean, we didn't really get that element or that like deep essence of like, but we did get something very, very different, which is more the scary thriller, which I never would have thought with the Alien Romulus. I never would have thought I would have gotten this scary in an Alien movie or this creeped out. A lot of the set look very haunted house themed, and I love that.
Great.
Like this should be a haunted house. It should be. I'll leave it at that.
Universal?
But yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
well, it's Disney. But yeah, Fox.
Well, yeah. But yeah, because like I will say yes, the face whatever. Those are
face huggers.
Those are terrifying on its own, right?
Yeah,
like, those
are
creepy.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
Yep.
But I think the way those creatures were portrayed in this film was even extra like,
yeah.
Oh hell no! Like Absolutely not. Hell no. And so I will say I appreciate the director's attention to that, kind of creating what already are terrifying creatures and making them into like another level of like horror. Like I thought that was such a great take on that, and I really appreciate it. Again, overall it was such a really great film. Now, am I a fan of Alien? Probably not, but for the films in the franchise, what I've seen, I think it was a really great. I agree with you. It's one up there on the top, some of the top films for this franchise.
Yeah, no, definitely, and I can't wait to see what else is gonna be unfolded here and everything. And knowing that everyone's gonna go see this, everyone's been going crazy for the popcorn buckets. Everyone's been going crazy for this.
We saw one person in our theater with it, and it had sold out. Like it sold out like Wednesday, and I was like, how did you get this? How did you get this? I went to like 4 different theaters to find it and couldn't find it.
Yeah, we couldn't find it. But needless to say, though, I really did enjoy this movie. It's a fantastic movie. And I feel like that if you are a fan of the Alien franchise, go see this movie. At the same time, though, I kind of feel like that, we got Prey last year, I believe, or 2 years ago. Remember Prey with the Predator? That I did not expect Prey to be that fucking good. I did not expect that at all.
I thought it was really interesting.
Prey was so good.
But you're right. It was so
and they're
much
both
better
Fox properties. So I'm more, if you going back to where like AVP, Alien versus Predator and everything, going back to the Predator days. I love Predator more than I love Alien. I'll say that. I'll have to say it because I'm more of a Predator fan. But this definitely gets me intrigued even more so on the Alien franchise because they give us something different. And Alien 3 and 4 or whatever, it just got ridiculous and everything. If you love those movies, that's awesome. Please let us know in the comments down below if you really did enjoy those, Alien Resurrection and all the other movies after that. But for me, it wasn't. I didn't really love those movies. I felt like the franchise died down. And Predator 2. Predator 2, was really good, set in a city, and I loved the whole concept of it all, right? I do. Just like I love the whole concept of this one, something very different. And we saw a little bit more dynamic with young actors that are really just up and comers, They're really are.
I think they've been in other projects but I personally haven't seen them in any except for the future hot girl. I forget her name. Is it Isabella?
Yeah, Isabella. Yeah.
Yeah. So we saw her in Madam Web, and she has another casting for a future project already. So again, I can't wait to see the cast did such a great job, fantastic. Yeah. And so
we got also Kaylee who leads the casting here, who's the main focus on here, and she does a great job as well. And we actually saw her in Civil War as well. So yeah, she did a great job and everything. But kudos to her because she really kept me entertained throughout the whole movie and everything.
All of them.
Her relationship with Andy as well. Like that brother. That was really good.
Really cool to see. Again, if you're on the fence about this, you're like, oh, it's just another Alien movie. No, go see it.
I'm pretty sure I wouldn't seen it.
It's gonna be worth it. I mean, if you're a fan of the franchise, I would definitely go see it, give it a shot because it will surprise you. Oh yeah, most definitely, guys. All right, guys, the question is for you. What do y'all think? Let us know in the comments down below. What did you guys think of Alien Romulus? Thank you so much for making this a part of your day. As always, I'm your host, Ryan D, aka Ryan680. I'm Angela, that Ange. And this is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. See you at the movies. Catch you later.